Oh, I thought they would have they have two functions there. They have the f of x function and the g of x function. And when you have g of f of 2, at the beginning here, I'm going to demonstrate this like the machines that we had before.
All students attending the Best Buddies field trip, please go to the front foyer now. That's all students attending the Best Buddies field trip. You need to go to the front foyer right now, please.
So when we have g of f of 2, what it means is that the number 2 is first going into the f machine. Something's going to come out, and whatever comes out goes on the conveyor belt, goes into the g machine, and produces an answer. So when you have this notation, g of f of 2, f of 2 on its own, which I'm going to highlight right here, this f of 2 is saying, what is the y value when the x value is 2 in the function f? So when the x value is 2 right here, what's the y value? 0. So if the number 2 went into the f machine, out would come the number 0. So g of f of 2, if we were showing work here, and when I do composite functions, I use bigger brackets and littler brackets to really see something inside of something else. You do inside the brackets first, and f of 2 is 0. Then the 0 still has to go into g. G of 0 means when the x value is 0 in g, what's the y value? And that is right here. Right? The 0 would come along and it would go clump, 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 and out would come a 1. So g of f of 2 is equal to 1. You could have, the second one has g of 2. It means you have the g machine once and then the g machine again. The conveyor belt in between. And if I did g of 2, well, that would mean first I'm going to throw in 2. Out would come a minus 1. Then the minus 1 goes back in, and out would come a 2. Ooh, I have a puzzle for you. I want you to figure out the following. What is g of 2? There we go.
-1.
-1. How did you figure that out?
So the numbers of g's is uneven, so it division should be -1 because if it was even if it would be 2.
Yes. So we counted the number of g's. There's an odd number. If there was an even number, like here we had an even number of g's, it got back to 2 again. Every time as an odd number, it would go back to -1. And it would just flip-flop between -1 and 2 and -1 and 2 and -1 and 2. So if I had g of 2, I would get -1. I don't know if I said the right amount of g's. That's just
I have too many G's.
too many? Okay. All right. Circle question number 4.